one of those topics that's a hot topic that's on a lot of people's minds, and I think everybody left feeling very happy and grateful that they came and learned a new perspective on their work-life balance.
I'm very aware of work-life balance because I work in human resources, so I work with employees all the time around, as I was sharing with some of my colleagues here today, I always say to my employees that in HR we're here for you, you're here to serve our clients, but I know that life happens in addition to work, so please, when things get out of balance and you need resources, come and talk to us.
Finding work-life balance is probably one of the hardest things we all strive to achieve in our lives. Today I am sitting in on a workshop being held in Westboro where the topic is Finding Your Flow, Looking for Better Work-Life Balance. The workshop is being held by Perschel, who is a leadership and organizational psychologist with over 15 years of experience. Thank you for taking a few minutes off to talk to us, and after this very successful workshop, which I just sat in on as well. The whole idea of work-life balance, is it a myth or is it reality?
No, it is a myth, and that's why I show people the statistics when I do this presentation, that over 60% of people in executive roles are working more than 50 hours a week. So the reason I think it's important to talk to people is because they feel frustrated and guilty that they cannot achieve this goal at the end of the rainbow called work-life balance. And I think it's important to know that it's a myth and that there are other ways to think about feeling fulfilled in your work and family life.
How does one achieve this state of flow? How does one find that elusive quality of work-life balance?
I think most people have had an experience, perhaps multiple experiences in their lives of being in what's referred to as a state of flow or some kind of optimal experience. So the first thing to do is to understand that that's what that experience was about. That you felt that a sense of no connection to time, that time just flew by, or that you had an acute awareness of time, that you felt like you were operating at your absolute optimal best. You felt totally unself-conscious during the activity. So once you're aware that that state of being exists and that there are things that you've done in your life that puts you in that state of being, you can start to think about how you can achieve that in various aspects of your life more often.
What were some of the key words that came out from the participants that sort of endorse the whole idea of finding your flow and finding this work-life balance?
People talked about feeling extremely challenged, feeling a loss of sense of themselves, feeling like time had gone by without their noticing. They both felt like they were using everything they had to meet the challenge of the task and simultaneously feeling energized while it was going on. So those were some of the key things that people said that indicated to me that they get this.
Today's workshop was for women only, but surely men too need advice and help on how to find their flow and how to find work-life balance. So what advice do you have for men out there striving to do this?
Today's workshop happened to be just for women. This concept is really important for men as well. It has a different kind of valence for women in the sense that 92% of women who work full-time, and full-time might mean more than 40 hours a week, go home after work and also have full-time responsibility for family and home. So it has more valence for women, but you are absolutely right, men want this just as badly.
Isn't it time for companies to start rethinking their HR policies or indeed their company policies and allowing workers, women in particular, who we all know, live dual lives, have dual roles, allowing people to better find their work-life balance through maybe, work from home, flexible hours, whatever it takes.
There is research that absolutely indicates clearly that companies who have more women in top leadership roles actually achieve better bottom line results. whether it's return on shareholder equity or return on investments. The financial results are there. So in my view, more women in top leadership roles is a means to an end. We have a leadership culture in this country that needs to change away from a command and control style into a much more collaborative style that values people, that gets multiple sources of input. And women will play a key role in transforming the current leadership culture so that all businesses can be more successful. By and large, when the unemployment situation is over, most people end up saying, that was in fact the best thing that ever happened to me. And their only regret is that they didn't initiate it themselves sooner. And the reason they end up saying that is because most people use it as an opportunity to rediscover what is truly important to them and to find a situation that works better for them given what their true life goals are. So my advice to people who are looking for work is to use it as an opportunity to get back in touch with what is really important, and that when you find or create the next situation, and I'm making the assumption that people need income. So whatever it is that you do to provide income next, that it's something that you love more and that works better for you given what your overarching life goals are. Now, that isn't possible sometimes immediately. It may be that the next job is a job on the way there.
How much importance do you place on networking?
The way the math works when you are looking for your next gainful employment, whatever that turns out to be, is that you are probably within 3 people from the person who is going to open that door for you. So what that means is, if you, Ajita, meet with one person and you say to them, this is my dream, this is what I would love to be paid to do, and they give you the names of 3 people they think might be able to be of some assistance to you, and those 3 people in turn give you the names of 3 more people, that somewhere in those layers, the next 3 layers, you are speaking to the person who will make that opportunity available to you. So it is all about networking. And one twist on networking is people, I think, are often concerned that they are putting people on the spot and saying, do you know of anybody who has a job for me? When networking, that's really not the best ask. It's, do you know of anybody who can be helpful to me as I search for X, right, whatever X is for you.